Welcome, welcome in, come meet my Bristol bro. Anything from this to that, my Bristol bro. So nice to introduce my Bristol bro. Anyone from him to her, my Bristol bro. Work with these hands, you see this hard form. Say with your chest, my pen is hardcore. Even at my desk, feel like a star-lord. And it shows how much we give it all for. Now it's time to give them all an encore. Till it's back to the drawboard. Welcome, welcome in, come meet my Bristol bro. Anything from this to that, my Bristol bro. So nice to introduce my Bristol bro. Anyone from him to her, my Bristol bro.
Boom. It is
Ah!
Tuesday. Coming right at you. There's Samuel. How you
Bam.
doing, Sam?
Brother, we're ready to rock.
We are rocking. I am so excited. I think this is our first time having a champion here. We got the champ with the champ belt. Why don't you give everybody an introduction to our awesome guest?
Yeah, so today we have a good old Dev Ill on. He's a friend of mine. I had met him actually tabling at Eddie PCon, and we kind of hit it off. The man's the champ, and we're friends of the Kayfabe channel here, so of course we got to have our boy on to represent. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring Dev on here.
The 2025 Cartoonist Kayfabe champ. Devon is here.
Yes.
What's up, Devon?
What's up, guys? How we doing? How we living?
You're doing good now, man. We're basking in your glory here, your presence.
Because of that shine, bro.
The reflection off of the belt. So bright, you got to wear sunglasses.
Indeed, man. Indeed.
I love it. I love it.
You lucked out because now you get to carry it for an extra year.
Yeah, man. I heard about that. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens, but it's an honor. Can't believe where I'm at today.
Retaining the title by default for another year.
Man, and good luck. Hey, good luck to anybody that's gonna carry it after me, because I'm gonna be bringing that legacy with me into the next year for sure, bro. Like you got a lot to follow up.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say we got some people popping up in the chat here. Tony's here. Tony Martin. Hey Tony, welcome in. All right, Sam, take it away.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I've been seeing Ian Cinco posting stuff on Instagram that he was working on for you. Is it still too early to talk about what you're working on?
No, not at all. No, we've been dropping hints, and I've seen what I don't think Ian's released like his full image, but that's La Escuela de Lucha, the collection. So that's a story that we've been running in Saturday Morning Mashup for the last year, and this upcoming release will be the last 5 pages. And then we're putting together the Kickstarter, and Ian is going to be one of these signature covers, along with Kova and Just Jamie.
Oh, I know Kova. I had him on the pod. Yeah,
man,
that's awesome.
That's my dude.
Very cool.
Is it your first Kickstarter?
Yes.
Buckle up.
I'm nervous, man. I really am. I know it'll be easier once I just like just get into it, take the beating and move forward.
You already have your like pre-launch page ready?
Pretty much. I mean, honestly, the only thing I'm missing right now on the pre-launch page is just the promotional stuff. So
you're the Kayfabe champ, but Sam is the Kickstarter champ. Unofficially, this guy, he's run so many. If you get beat up in there, just go to Sam, and he knows
I'll probably
all
have to tag. I mean,
ins and outs.
If the tag's available, man, I'll probably be reaching out for sure, bro. Because I know Kova said he's definitely gonna help me out, which is great. But I'll take any help I can get for sure. It's just not my field of expertise.
Yeah.
I'm a traditional artist for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I mean, my biggest recommendation is because Kickstarter doesn't like hold you to a timetable. As long as you have like your financial stuff put in, so like your banking information, everything like that, and it gets accepted through who they use, Stripe, I think is who it is. As soon as that's accepted, like your pre-launch page can be up for as long as however you want. So you can get it up and you can start hawking it to people so they can start becoming backers on your page. Because you want the more pre-backers you get, you know, those are going to be the people that are going to show up on day one because they were willing to pre-back it before the campaign actually had launched.
right.
So that's like the biggest thing. Because when I did the last one, I think I launched it and there was 50 people, and only like 20 of those people had actually showed up and backed the book to kind of give you perspective. So.
Yeah, and I'm really excited after speaking with my friend Jay. I'm really excited for the pre-launch, really, because we got some good ideas. I mean, I still need to get my Patreon up and running, and so that's be a really good time to a really good space to help promote the Kickstarter through Patreon for one. And two, I'm really excited to do a Kickstarter release party.
Oh yeah.
Gala because do a gallery showing because, like I said, I do all traditional art, so I've got all the pages.
Yeah.
And with all the events that I run on a bi-weekly basis, that's a really easy thing to do. So.
Yeah, and if you have those pages, scan those in and get as many as humanly possible up on Kickstarter. Just because just off the original pages alone on the last one that I did, I made like $400 just off of art. So
Nice.
yeah, you got to get art up there because people will buy it, and regardless if it's fan art or pages to the comic, price them accordingly. Because it's like I bring for Kickstarter, I bring the prices down on things just by a fraction, just to make it more appealing for people to buy into it. And then when I'm at cons and stuff, prices usually go up because of travel and everything like that. But it's just things to think about in terms of money.
Yeah, man. See, give me ideas already. Let's go.
So Devon, I wanted to ask you, I saw an interview you did. You were talking a little bit about coming up on the X-Men, the animated series and that type of stuff. So is that when some of the inspiration started kicking in on the art?
Not on the art. I mean, I guess, yeah, maybe I was inspired, but I wasn't inspired necessarily to draw right away. I did it a little bit as a kid, which maybe I mentioned that in that PBS interview, which, by the way, you can find me on pbs.org. Just search up Kalamazoo Lively Arts, season 10, episode 10, serving your community. And you can find me on there next to Mr. Rogers and Ken Burns, baby.
That's crazy. That's so cool.
Yeah, man, I can't believe it, but yeah, so fortunate, such a great time to like the earliest memories I have are watching episode 1 of the X-Men animated series. Like I remember vividly watching that first episode, and then one of the first movies I remember seeing in theaters was the X-Men movie.
Yeah,
and that blew my mind.
Very cool. And with that, were you getting into any like mainstream comics along those lines? Because I know a lot of people start out in cartoons and then want to learn more about the characters and then start picking up the comics. Or were you already looking at comics before that?
No, I don't think I got into comics until I was maybe in maybe the 3rd or 4th grade, something like that. I mean, that's the great thing about like about the X-Men. It was, and especially at the time, it was so accessible in so many different ways. So not only was it the cartoon, not only was it the movie, but there was the Marvel versus Capcom arcade games that were everywhere when I was a kid, which I found out between that and Tekken, they were both a lot more affordable than other big arcade systems at the time. So, I mean, the bowling alley, the movie theater, the arcade, they're everywhere. So so I really grew up on those games. I was really more of a gamer as a kid than I was into reading comics. I think I got really into reading comics around like when the Marvel Legends toys came out.
Very cool.
Because at that time, I don't know if y'all remember this, but in the early 2000s, that first line of the Marvel Legends toys, they came with comics, which was genius.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was awesome. Small technical difficulty. You're back.
Oh, we're back.
You're good. You're good.
Okay, yeah, I see y'all. You guys disappeared, but
Yeah, well, you got to let you shine, man.
Hey, I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, so, so like, and this is something that Ed used to talk about too, which it was like the first time I heard somebody else say the same, put words to the experience I was having as a kid. So many people complain about with comics, Marvel Comics, DC, that or Western comics, I guess you could say, that it's not so clear, like say with manga, where to start. But like I got thrown right into the middle of Chris Claremont X-Men.
Yeah.
I think I got like the first issue that introduced Kitty Pryde and the first issue of the Phoenix, and I was like, what happened? I gotta know more. And then you get curious, and so you want to find out. So like if you want to know more, you'll learn if you really want to.
Absolutely. So. Yeah, and you had a lot of good stuff to be able to dig through and go back on too. There's so much source material there.
Oh my God, yeah. I finally have like I've got the entire Claremont run now, like through omnibus form. And I have the entire run through the essentials. I think I'm missing one essential book.
Nice.
But having like that whole collection, the whole sci-fi soap opera in like black and white form is so cool.
Yeah, you gotta love the black and white, man.
Oh man, it's dope.
I'm hyped for that Tyrant re-release that Jim Rugg has been working on with Stephen Bissett. That thing was fucking sick.
Yeah, and Vero, yeah. I mean, oh my God, yeah. I just saw that Blacklight drop that they did, which is so cool because who was it? There was like a Jurassic Park comic made by Topps. Have you guys seen that?
I've seen it, yeah.
Oh my God, with those Blacklight covers that they did.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like Jim was definitely looking at those comics, and oh my God, they look amazing. Yeah, that's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, he did a black light print of Octobriana, and he also did a whole colored issue of Octobriana in black light print. So that issue there is black light ink.
Oh,
the whole comic. Because I'll grab it real quick.
Yeah, do it.
It's so cool, man. As soon as I saw it, I bought it for a friend of mine. I haven't got to read it yet, though.
Let me give you the big screen, Sam. You gotta see this.
This thing's pretty dope, though. So he printed this in 3 different color variations. So there was a black and white, there was a like standard colored version, and then this was like the black and white, or sorry, the black light version.
Oh, beautiful,
man!
Look at that.
Yeah, thing is insane, actually.
Very cool.
You can buy these from Jim, and they are not cheap. I think these things are like $80 to $90 an issue.
Oh wow!
Oh my goodness!
Super expensive to make these because of the ink.
Right.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Gosh, they look so good.
Yeah, I think he still has some available. He reprints these every once in a while. It's super rare that he does reprint them because of how much it costs to make them.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, you can snag them up every once in a while.
That's too cool.
Yeah, that's cool shit.
This comic enthusiasm that Sam has, that's why I love this guy.
Yeah.
It's so cool, man.
There's no shortage. There's no shortage of it.
Yeah, dude, it's so great. I love seeing the stuff that you post on Instagram. You get me so excited about, because that's why we became Kayfabe fans.
Yeah.
It's because Ed and Jimmy just opened the door and were like, hey, check out this really dope comic. You remember this? Or maybe, I bet you didn't know about this. I get that from you too, man. So
my pocketbook suffered watching kayfabe on many occasions, learning about stuff I didn't know about, and then going out. The whole kayfabe effect was real.
It was real, yeah.
It's one of those things where every time I feel like Sam, we learn about new things, and I'm like, oh damn it, now I got to go buy that.
But something that I loved about kayfabe, they also did help save me money, because I got so into okay, so the most effective way for me to be able to get like the whole run of X-Men is to buy it in omnibus form, because it's
Right.
like cheaper per book. Yo, what up? I couldn't see who that was, but
It was
Wool.
Wool Bebsy. Says,
Well, happy
yo,
you're
chat.
here. Nice
What
to
up,
see you.
Dev? There we go.
But yeah, so like I got pre-pandemic, I got really into the omnibus collecting thing and flipping books and stuff like that. But Jim and Eddie brought me back to the quarter bin, the 50-cent bin, and
There you
just all
go.
the treasure that you can have in digging. And especially when you find a homie that loves to dig too. Oh, it's Yank. Yo, what up, bro? Yeah, and it's just there's so much gold out there that people just have no idea. And then you can be spending, $3 and I've come across so many Jack Kirby comics in
I know,
quarter
dude.
bins.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think I got a Comanche #1 that just had like the cover roughed up a little bit, and I got that for like 25 cents. It was in a 50-cent bin, and I talked him down to 25.
There you go. Yeah, I just found a couple of Jack Kirby comics the other day, just like that.
Yeah.
It was sitting there, like,
Captain
all right.
Victory is like the Kirby comic I probably see it the most in quarter bins and whatnot. Yeah.
Is that any good? I haven't checked that out yet. It doesn't look crazy to me. I love Kirby, don't get me wrong, but there's some stuff where like, you made 10,000 comics. There's got to be at least 2 that I'm not going to be crazy about.
I'd say it's more mid as far as Kirby stuff goes.
Yeah, sure. 100%. So for you, I guess, where does your, I guess, just like love for alternative comics and underground comics kind of come from? Is that purely just from like the kayfabe guys kind of showing you the ropes, or did you have exposure before then?
I'd say probably more kayfabe.
Yeah.
Kind of a mix, right? Because like I'm a huge Marvel fan. Well, there are certain properties of Marvel that I'm a really big fan of, but I'm not like the biggest, like I don't like everything that Marvel puts out. And I knew that, like as I kept looking for the books that I was interested, like X-Men and Daredevil, that I was like, well, there's still all this slop that's just all over the newsstand that I couldn't care less about. And Jimmy and Ed just kind of reflected that, like, yeah, you're right here, like come check this shit out.
Yeah, I completely agree. And to kind of bounce off of that a little bit, I was somebody who, when I would go into the comic shop, like I would always hear dudes talking shit about like Rob Liefeld and so on and so forth, and just low hanging fruit, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I first started getting into kayfabe, I was ignoring those videos, and then slowly but surely it started to grow on me and grow on me and grow on me. And now I have stacks of Liefeld comics in my house.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I was a big fan of Liefeld as a kid. I didn't know his name. Like when I really started getting into comics, it was through Spawn. Like after X-Men, it was Spawn, and then I was like diehard Greg Capullo fan.
Oh yeah,
love, especially because like my mom's boyfriend at the time was really into the band Iced Earth. Do you guys know who that was? James. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so Greg Capullo did all those amazing covers, Purgatory, the Horror Show. Something Wicked This Way Comes. So many dope ones. Obviously the Spawn one, Dark Saga. And so like that, I guess like that's kind of where I got into the alternative stream, was through maybe Spawn, and then the Image comics. I was finding those in the quarter bins at my local nickel and dime shop. And I just grew up on that, knowing like, this is really dope art, not thinking anything of feet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly.
And I still don't see it. Like, yeah, he has some banana feet sometimes, but like,
well, their whole thing was that he was never drawing feet. That's why at that retailer thing he just did, he pointed out exactly how many feet were drawn in the newest issue of Youngblood. He says, because there's one thing I know everybody wants to see in comics, and it's feet. So there are 47 feet in this issue, this new issue of Youngblood.
Yo, and I mean, shout out to Rob Liefeld. That guy has been able to take the punches and roll with them and stay himself. And there's a lot to be learned from Rob Liefeld in his career for sure.
Well, for me, it's his undeniable, like, genuine passion he has for comics and art, and the fact that he is still creating comics and art to this day. He's one of very few from that group who's still doing that, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, Todd did like what, 25 issues of Spawn?
Pretty much.
He drew like probably less than that.
Yeah, I think he did draw less than that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, because when we had West Coast Dave on a couple months back, and we did a ranking of the Image founders. It's kind of like a fun little game that we had played. And at the time, we all had kind of agreed that they were like, who else that works in comics right now is like that enthusiastic about comics besides Rob Liefeld? And like the only person that we could point to was Ed. And obviously Ed isn't with us any longer. So it's like, who is like that person that's like at the top of the chain, is like pounding, the drum for comic books? And it's like, I don't think there's anybody else that loves comic books more than on this planet than Rob Liefeld right now.
Yeah.
The comics he likes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
As long as they're not Marvel
anything
comics.
he doesn't.
I wanted to ask you, Dev, how did this Kayfabe championship come to be, man? Take me through the journey of getting this title and what it took to have that bestowed upon you, and just how I can tell how much it means to you and how special it is. So take us on that journey with you a little bit.
Man, so I mean, obviously it started with Kayfabe, right? It was 2020 or 2021, I think. Yeah, 2020. And I was working on a farm, and I happened to come across this YouTube video in between jobs on the artist edition of Jim Lee. And I was like, oh, well, I know that. Oh, that's Jim Lee X-Men. And it's in black and white. This looks awesome. I'm going to check this out. Then I saw the Marvel covers, and then I was hooked, because then they showed Sam Keith.
Oh, yeah.
And as a kid, I had the, what was it, Marvel Tales?
Marvel Comics Presents.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes. And I had those as a kid. So seeing the black and white, because I mean, obviously you guys know Sam Keith.
Oh, yeah.
In black and white is just incredible.
How it's meant to be consumed, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so it really started, it started with that. And I saw an episode on Daredevil Born Again not long after that. And I was like, this is it. This is what I want to do. I literally said, why the fuck am I not doing this? I literally said that. And so I started I got hooked. I was watching every episode that was coming out every day. I was in the room with Jim and Ed, and we were looking at comics. And eventually, I was like, this has always been a lifelong passion, but I convinced myself at like age 10 that I couldn't draw. Why don't I give this a shot? And so I followed this Dave Finch video on how to draw. His YouTube channel is amazing. If you want to learn how to draw comics. And I realized I could do this. And because of Jim and Ed's enthusiasm, they like inspired that little kid in me to pick the pen back up and, believe in myself once again that I could do this thing. And then so, I became a King Kayfaber on their Patreon. Literally the first the first episode I was on, or the first, whatever, Alfred popped up, and he was like, hey, does anybody want to do an anthology? Which is exactly why I joined the Patreon. I didn't care about the kayfabe effect. I was there to meet artists and make comics. And so, lo and behold, out of that interaction, we got Defective Comics #1.
Nice.
Officially printed in February 2024. And from there, we were off to the races. We put out about 4 more books. And then unfortunately, obviously Ed passed in April. And the the Piscores, bless the Piscores, man. They in his honor, they put on a Comic-Con, and that was my first comic convention that I got to table at. So I drove all the way out to Pittsburgh from Kalamazoo, Michigan, and did my thing right. And I was so inspired to keep making comics, to keep that legacy alive. You know, Ed put as Matt Stefani, you know, made that book saying like, Ed put the batteries in our back, and we were off. And so we just made book after book after book. Come, you know, Ed Piscor Con of 2025, the Piscors are like, hey, in honor of Ed, this year we're going to do a competition, and the winner of that competition gets this shiny gold belt.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's on. Like, I'm doing everything I possibly can to make that happen. And before I even got to meet Sam, I don't know if I told you this, Sam, but the first time I actually saw you, I saw your promo that you cut. Yeah. Squidman just like knocked it right then there. Yeah,
exactly.
He did the cream rises to the top promo, and I was like, okay, all right, let's go. I gotta bring the heat. And so, you know, as we're like building anticipation for it, one of the artists from our group, Tyler, was like, hey Dev, you should cut a promo. I was like, oh, I should. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So I like, after one of my shifts, I just sat in my car for probably like an hour and a half working on this promo, walking up and down the road. People thought I was probably fucking crazy, talking to myself, trying to get this right, because I wanted to do it on a live stream. So I just, you know, no edits, no nothing. And so I cut the promo. It went really well. People really liked it. And I think Tyler might have encouraged me to do, he's like, you should do another one. So I got with my friend Khalid, and we put together our own like Tekken commercial. I'm a diehard Tekken fan. And so we basically did the Tekken 4 arcade trailer. We used the music and everything, and we made like a little like a promo package basically to introduce who I am. And we got to like show me doing Muay Thai, like practicing Muay Thai, because I used to be a boxer before I got into this. Man. Very cool. So we got to blend like so many parts of like who I genuinely am into this beautiful video that my friend Khalid, shout out to Khalid Canales King. Yeah, we turned that in, and it was time for the show. And I brought the fireman. They put me right next to the door, and I said, I'm going to eat today. Nice. I'm going to eat at this competition, because what I do, thanks to Attack Peter, shout outs to Attack Peter, and shout outs to Brian Christopher Moss for putting me on how to really work a table. They told me that, you know, you don't sit at the table, you push the table out of the way, you got to stand in front of it, you stand at the side of it, and you create an environment that is engaging and allows people to come into your space. And so since day one of tabling at that Ed Piscor Con, I live draw every single time I table. It's not a question. I never sit down. I'm live drawing. I'm making the art right in front of you, so you know that it's real, that I can back up, you know, what I'm doing. And so that's what I did. And I think all those things, you know, led up to the Piscor family on day 2 of the event announced the winner, and it was me, baby.
And here he is.
I still can't believe it, man. I replay that moment in my mind so often. It's and I tell people all the time, I mean, the whole reason why I'm here is because of Ed Piscor and Jim Rugg. And we lost Ed. And then Ed's mom gave me this fucking belt.
Wow.
Ed's brother and sister made the belt, and sisters made the belt happen, made the convention happen, made all this happen for me. So yeah, I mean, it's still pretty surreal, but I really don't have time to to question anything about it. It's time to make more comics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
You mentioned Attack Peter. Isn't he the one that just did that V Friends cover? Is he the one that does like the carved
Yeah,
artwork?
I saw Attack Peter. Attack Peter has this amazing episode on the Ink Pulp podcast that I highly recommend checking out for anybody that is thinking about tabling. I really vibe with Attack Peter because I was also a musician. I was a professional musician from like 16 to 28. And about half that time was in metal bands. And I guess that was his life before comics as well. And so I was able to understand where he was coming from with like his approach from being a metal musician to carrying that on into, you know, how you talk to people at comic conventions. Because
Yeah.
man, a lot of you comic book artists are afraid to talk to people.
They don't say much, man.
Yeah, and I get it. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of us do this job because we like to be introverts. We like to be with ourselves. But you know, you're not really going to. You can't expect people to want to buy into who you are or your books or any of that if they can't connect with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, I say this all the time, but the some of the best advice I ever got was from Brian Moss, saying that people don't want to buy your art. They want to buy connection.
Mm.
And that's what I was saying earlier. Like, that's why this is the best time, in my opinion, to get into comics, because like people really need that connection. They want to feel humanity. They want to feel a reflection of themselves. There's so much AI slop on just your average commercial nowadays.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's mind numbing. Like,
yeah.
And then with everything else that's going on, like, that's why it was so important to me to start doing these events in my local neighborhood and getting connected with my community, because like, that's where like your long-term career really comes from. It comes from the support of the people around you, because that's where you can make the actual change.
Yeah. And that's your legacy as well. That's the type of things you're going to be remembered for, is the positive contributions that you made to other people's lives while you were here.
Yeah, isn't that what we all want at the end of the day? I mean, for a meaningful life, in my opinion, that's what we want.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I want to see is you and James throw down in a cage match now.
James who? You James?
He's a jiu-jitsu instructor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got something for you.
That's my real life. Only 39 years of martial arts this year.
Jeez, man, that's amazing. Dude,
I'm the old guy in the group. I'm seasoned.
I was just thinking about this.
Skid Mark says he's got big hands, bro.
You know, he looks like it. I miss martial arts so much. I was like really dedicated. My whole life was Muay Thai.
Yeah, Muay Thai is awesome.
For 7 years. I tried doing jiu-jitsu. I'll admit to you right now, my ground game is garbage.
It's hard, man. It's hard. Muay Thai is hard too, though.
Yeah, I know enough ground game to know how to be able to keep my shins in between somebody's hips to be able to stand back up.
Yep.
So
self-defense, man. Basics. Feet on the hips. Get back up. Run away if you need to.
Run away like more times than not. Really, I can. I can definitely do that.
For sure. Yeah, no, it's fun, and it's another element of that community connection that you're talking about. For a lot of people, the martial arts is where they find that community, right?
Yes, definitely. Like I'm so grateful for the time that I spent boxing. Like it's so humbling. I mean, I'll never forget that first day that I thought I was hot shit. Yeah. Oh yeah, if I see red, someone's going down. I just got to be the more angry person, whatever. And then literally the first day that I started, James, the gym that I was at, the only time I could get there was on sparring days.
Yeah.
It's
you got thrown right into the fire.
Right in. And of course, the guy that I'm fighting is like this kid from Brooklyn who's in like the K-PEP, the system that gets kids that were thrown in jail, like trying to get their life back together. So dude had some shit to work out on my face. And a bloody nose, like first punch immediately. But yeah, something I was so, and you'll get this, James. I would preach so much, like as adults, we're so trained to not, especially as men, we're so trained to not like connect physically in any way other than in a romantic sense.
Yeah.
And it's touch is such an essential thing that we as human beings need, and so is play. And it's like we're forced to like only play through games now, as opposed to being able to roll around
Totally.
and spar and just, you know.
Yeah, you're me today, Sam. You got admin privileges. Apparently, you don't abuse it too much. He's commenting as me in the chat. Somebody asked thoughts on Danhausen.
On
That's
Danhausen?
Yeah.
Very good, very evil. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care.
I mean, you're not a wrestling guy?
I mean, I am. I'm just not like. Is he talking about because Danhausen was in the Elimination Chamber? Right?
Yeah, he came out of a fucking box.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I saw Danhausen once. He was at an event that I tabled at. Actually, it was oh man, what's that group called? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm losing it right now, but like, yeah, I mean, he was fine.
Yeah.
Like, he was cool, whatever. But I wasn't like terribly impressed. Like, I feel like I might have missed the train. I'm not really an up to date wrestling fan. I have like pockets of eras that I'm really into, and I grew up in the Ruthless Aggression era, WWE, watching Thursday Night SmackDown. So like,
sir.
that's my heart. I was actually watching Eddie Guerrero and Tajiri versus Team Angle, like
Classic.
right before I got on this, and
Nice.
that was just magic back then.
It was.
And then Lucha Underground. That is just Lucha Underground's pure cinema. That's like everything I could want out of wrestling is in Lucha Underground.
Oh yeah, yeah. Penta is probably like my favorite dude that came up. Penta Octagon, I guess, would have been his name in Lucha Underground. But he's in WWE now, just as Penta, and that dude fucking rules. He's so good.
Yeah. He's. I mean, he's so like he knew that he had it, and they actually pushed him like pretty. I mean, they pushed him like display wise very, very well. I think WWE still doesn't treat luchadors very well. I mean, it's wild that him and Rey Mysterio are the only two masked luchadors to win an IC title. Like,
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So
well,
what
when
you're
you look
saying
at
is,
it, go ahead.
He wasn't as impressed by Danhausen as he was by you at the convention, right, Sam?
I guess so.
saying?
Yeah.
Definitely correct.
Hey man, Danhausen, that dude's pretty legit though. Like you were saying, like he does like comic cons just all the time. That dude is like hardcore into comics and toys.
I was gonna say a lot of those guys are into comics, like pretty hardcore.
And
Woods and all those dudes.
This may be more show of my ignorance than just saying like I just don't. There's only so much time and effort that and time and attention that I have. You know what I mean? So I'm like really precious about it. I got comics to make.
And honestly, sound like Sam over here. That's all Sam's just talking about.
Because you get it,
comics
Sam.
To make.
I got comics to make. Like once you get it, and you realize that it's possible to make it happen, it's just like, Sam, how much time do you spend reading comics on a daily basis, you think?
Well, reading comics, probably not a lot. I do a lot of looking at art, to be honest with you. It's like flipping through books. I don't know, probably like an hour, maybe a day, possibly. I'm kind of looking at comic books, but it's mainly for research. If I'm looking to, like, we just wrapped up a Jack Kirby bootleg.
Nice.
Yeah, so I spent like, I don't know, 2 months or so just like.
You asked him about reading comics, but how many hours a day do you spend making comics? Because I know you spent like 16 hours the other day.
Yeah, just nonstop all day, every day. And when I was working at my, the place I just got let go from, dude, I was working, 50-hour weeks and was making comic books on top of that, and was working on comics for like 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week.
Yeah.
on top of that. So it's like, now that I'm not working, it's like, how much can I fucking get
That's
done?
what I'm
you know
saying.
What I mean?
If you were getting that much done while you were still working 50 hours a week, like, you're gonna be a dangerous man if you decide to go all in.
Bro, what are you doing for 50 hours at the table? Are you just literally drawing that entire time?
No, so I do a lot of stuff. So it's like, obviously, I do everything. So it's like writing, penciling, inking it, coloring it,
coloring,
scanning it in, lettering it, so on and so forth. The start to finish, it's all of me, period. So it's a lot of work. So it's like, once you get the pages done, it's like, am I drawing? No, but I'm still working on the comic because I'm designing it and so on and so forth.
And assembling other people's stuff for your anthologies and everything else. So you're like an editor too.
Yeah, running an anthology and having to round up people and edit people's work and get it shipped out and everything like that. So yeah, I just wear multiple hats basically.
That's amazing. That's amazing, Sam. Very proud of you, man. Congrats.
That's really cool.
Does it feel good? Do you like 50 hours at the table?
Yeah, I like, because even when I was, like I said, when I was working, like I was working on comics even then. Like I would be on the phones with people and would be on Instagram, like hitting people up to try to get interviews and hustling stuff. So it's like, when we're wrapped up here, I'll let you know kind of what I'm working on. James already knows, but like basically the last like 8 weeks, I've been pounding away on a project for my Kickstarter, and it's like took over my life over the last like 6 weeks, and I was working full time and making my comic on top of that as well.
Man,
so
he doesn't sleep.
Yeah, I was about to say
4 hours, maybe 3 hours a night is kind of where I'm at.
That'll catch up with you, brother. Enjoy it while that is working for you.
Yeah,
anything under 6, it's tough.
It's honestly just like the comics is what keeps me going, man. It sounds fucking stupid, but it's true. I get fueled by the shit, man. It's like, put it into my veins, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was just about to say well, I'm sure James gets it too with martial arts. Like, the shit it can be addicting, for better or for worse, for sure.
Yep, this is true.
Yeah, man. Just, I hope, Sam, I hope you're still taking care of yourself, man. I hope you get to that point where you're able to get enough sleep, we're able to like get a jog in and work out and stuff like that, because he want to see you healthy, you know what I'm saying?
He was toying with the idea of finding a jiu-jitsu gym at one point.
Yeah, I was in the Marine Corps for 5 years, if you already didn't know that. So I
trained lethal weapon is what he's trying to
let
us all know.
I have a green belt in McMAP, which that's Marine Corps martial arts program. Yeah, and it's basically like every move kind of ends with like, either I'm breaking a limb or I'm taking your life. So just keep that in mind.
Bring it. Take this arm, Sam. Take this arm.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. It'll be like an Indiana Jones moment, where
right?
I just want to plot a pistol and shoot your ass.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were short round.
Oh no, I mean, compared to you, yeah.
Yeah, but he's gonna get that wrist control, and then he's gonna pull out his gun.
Yeah, that's the play, Sam. If we ever get into it, that's the play.
Wrist control, then you pull out the gun.
We're going off the rails. Get us back on track, Sam.
Oh no, it's all good. That's why we're here, is to get off the rails.
Mm-hmm.
So what is like your timeline kind of looking like for the Kickstarter? Like, when are you kind of anticipating for it to be posted? Like, you obviously don't have to give like a solid date, just kind of like spring, summer, and how long do you think you're going to run it for?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking towards spring. We just got like a lot of projects in the air that we're working on right now. Obviously, we have Power Metal that's still coming out monthly through Power to the Panel. That's a monthly comic series that we're all working on. Mike Walls from Tales of the Extra Normal and I have been doing a story called The War on Woodward and Fifth, and we just wrapped up the first issue. So we've been publishing 8 pages at a time. And then we got some other books that we're working on in the back that we can't really discuss at the moment, but it's a lot of big stuff coming up. I've also got potentially, I'm a teacher as well, an art teacher. And so, kids camp's going to be coming up in the spring and the summer. So I might be really busy with that as well. So I honestly, man, like I'm moving forward. Sometimes it's leaps, sometimes it's just a couple steps. But the goal is to have the Kickstarter out. The goal is to start the pre-launch in spring, have it out in the summer, and hopefully wrap it up in the summer, because I've got other books I'm really excited to work on.
Hell yeah. Do you have any cons or anything like that are coming up that you're going to be tabling at?
I don't usually do cons. Actually, I've only done 2 conventions so far, and it's just been the Ed Piscor Comic Con.
There's got to be a belt involved, or he's not going to show up.
Yeah,
a new belt to win, and he's all good.
I know where. I just know when John Romita Jr. is there, like people aren't really going to be coming to scoop up my comic. And not only that, when I'm the only comic book guy at the market and I'm the only one live drawing, I do really good at markets. So that's really my thing. It's like vintage markets. I put on vintage markets every other week, first and third Friday at the Vine Neighborhood Association. That's the Vine Neighborhood in Kalamazoo, Michigan. We do that every other first and third Friday of the month. Kalamazoo also hosts Art Hop, which is the first Friday of every other month. So it's another like market thing the whole like city gets into. The next big tabling event I have coming up, other than the Vine Neighborhood stuff, I'm going to be doing vintage vinyl in Grand Rapids. That's another thing is record stores. Shout out to Satellite Records. They are a huge supporter of me, and I'm a big supporter of them. I sell a lot of my comics at Satellite Records. We've actually got a spinner rack at Satellite of filled with just all my comics, and it does pretty damn good. So
nice. Squid Marks wants to know, how are those weekly meetups going? I love community drawing things.
Man, I honestly put it on for myself just because I love like drawing or doing something while I'm just hanging out with somebody else that's also doing their own thing. Like being in your own world in a shared safe space is very comforting, and I get way more done that way. So it's going great. I really encourage people, like, if you want a career in comics, it's not about just making the comic. The comic is the business card. The comic just shows to people what you can do, right? But it's really about, like I was saying earlier, about connecting with people. The biggest change that you can make is with the 100 to 200 people that are around you, and they'll support you. You can have so many thousands of views on YouTube or whatever, but like when it comes to actually buying your stuff on a weekly or monthly basis, more than likely the people that actually know you as an artist, not just as the face that they see on a screen, that's where they'll actually invest in, because they care and it's genuine.
Yeah, very true. You mentioned teaching. You find a lot of fulfillment in that, and that you actually learn through teaching, and it's improving your own art as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like, so I just got done teaching an 8-week course on how to make your first comic with these teens, like, and they range from 11 to 15 or so. And yeah, I learned so much of the comic book making process by having to teach it and then be able to back it up. I draw with them. I don't just act like I know what I'm talking about. I show that I do. And then coming up this week, starting on Thursday, I've got another class called How to Draw Anything. And the class is like an independent study. Kids bring in whatever thing that they're interested in drawing in. And then I'm there to help show them, like, if you're struggling with hands, this is how you practice working on hands. If you're trying to draw a dragon, this is how we understand gesture and shape and form, and and I have to know what that is to be able to teach it. So yeah, it's helping me immensely, and it's, again, so fulfilling. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Being in a room of 20 kids sounds like a madhouse, and it is, but like I used to work kitchens, and I was in the restaurant industry for 15 years. So like I'll take that any day over kitchen life or some guest that couldn't care less of what my name is, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, no doubt.
but hey, so I see we got 10 minutes, but I really want to show you guys what I've been looking at, because I get to see what Sam shares on his Instagram all the time, but I want to show you guys what I keep on me at all times and what I've been reading.
All right.
Because something that I can definitely say that I can thank both Ed Piskor and Jim Rugg for getting me into is this man here.
We got creepy.
Ooh,
the
master.
Toth, yes.
I keep this book with me everywhere I go, basically, because it's Alex Toth doing horror.
Yep.
Look at that.
Insane stuff.
It doesn't get better, man.
Yep.
And each book that he does, it's they're all short stories. Oh, this is a really good one. This is like basically just a guy trapped in a room. See if I can get the yes. Look at that lettering.
Wow. Beautiful stuff.
There's no shortage of storytelling genius in each of these books, each of these short stories. This is one of my favorites. I actually referenced this in a flyer that I made. And hold on, I just want to show at least this last page here. Look at that.
That lettering almost looked like the Eisner lettering almost. Big ass block letters.
Yeah, that's really cool. Super cool.
So this is what I've had on me for the last couple months. This goes everywhere with me. This is where I probably read the most. It's between this and
Goya.
You see, like some of the pictures that I've posted recently.
Yeah.
Or like Goya references. I have been obsessed for the last 2 years. Like, I think it started reading. What was this, like the Call of Moloch or something like that? It was a Hellboy story, and basically it was just Mike Mignola telling everybody like I'm really just ripping off Goya. And so yeah, I'm obsessed. I look at Goya's artwork all the time. Beautiful. I'm still working my way through this collection. This is the Time Life Library of Art. And I was fortunate enough, shout out to Kazoo Books in Kalamazoo, best bookstore in Kalamazoo. They gave me the whole collection. I think it's like 11 or 12 books for free because nobody touched it.
That's crazy, right?
So
you got the whole library.
I've got the whole library, and I've got one other book that I'm really trying to that I'm getting into because I needed to diversify. I've been so up Goya's ass. I'm trying to balance it with Bernini. You ever get into
studying
Bernini?
the old masters, man, the classics?
Yeah, because like that's another thing that comic book artists need to stop doing. Stop just looking at comic book art that's coming out right now and then trying to rip that off. Like, if you want to look at something and take inspiration from, look at Heinrich Klei. This is one of the greatest cartoonists of all time.
Wow.
This is stuff from the early 1900s.
That's crazy.
He inspired Walt Disney, a lot of Walt Disney stuff, but you could definitely see it in the Fantasia, like ice skating with the alligators.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's just touch off of what you kind of had said. I think that's something that a lot of people in comic books for sure struggle with is like they can't break out of like the comics that they look at and read. It's like the person that I always point to that's like at the top of the totem pole that like never got over their fanboy bullshit is Alex Ross. I don't think that dude had ever got over like his fanboy level of stuff. And he just constantly is like obsessed with drawing Batman and painting Superman. It's like there's other comics that are out there. And I remember he did a shoot interview with Kayfabe and they brought up Vertigo Comics and he's like, I would never look at that. That's just too much for me. And it's like, really? It is like you've been in comics for that long, you've never looked at shit like that before. It's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? It's weird.
I think you got to look at everything, even if you don't think it's something you're going to pull and use in your own work. You should be open to understanding, you know, how they're doing what they're doing and expand your horizons a little bit. Like a lot of the stuff, Sam, that you show me isn't necessarily stuff that I was into, but I learn a lot from studying it, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, everybody is going to be looking at, I'm sorry, man, but like, I can spot a Jim Lee clone from a mile away. And, you know, it's also it's that comic culture. It's whoever's hot is whoever Marvel wants to shove down your throat and wants everybody else like, hey, Daniel Warren Johnson's really hot right now. Let everybody draw like Daniel Warren Johnson. And
before him, it was James Herron and now it's Nick Dragata and, you know. We're going to see all the clones of all of those guys and it's cyclical, man. It's been happening since the dawn of time in comics.
For sure, but I'm saying if you really want to make an impact, if you want to shake things up, look 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, look at something beyond the superhero genre.
Yeah.
Because you'll make that's using creativity. You're going to make something actually worth reading that will inspire people.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the because I don't know if you knew this, but I was Steve Rude's remote office assistants for a handful of time.
What'd you just say to me?
I said I was Steve Rude's remote office assistant for a period of time.
I love Steve Rude so much, and not even as much for his art. I actually like him as a teacher way more than I even like his art. His art's amazing, but
he's got some good tutorials.
He's still the like living source of Jack Kirby. It still flows through Steve Rude.
For sure.
Yeah, that's he's like the example that I try to point at for people, especially for if you're just strictly looking at comic books, because that dude can do literally everything in terms of comic books. It's like you want to learn how to draw like little kids and like or little girls, because like to me like that's like the most like that's the hardest thing to draw with little kids, especially little girls. And
People
it's like
have trouble drawing kids. Yeah,
and he
like
can do it in spades.
Shrunken adults.
Yeah.
So it's like look at Steve Rude's kids and be like, I don't have shit on this and I need to study.
Because you know what? He was looking at Norman Rockwell.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, and the other thing with Steve is he's always studying to this day. He's constantly doing studies and trying to improve, you know, after all these years. So
if he has to still do it, then so do we.
Yeah. Lessons to be learned for all the aspiring creators out there. Devon, this has been awesome, man.
Hell yeah, it has been. Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's been so fun chatting with both you guys.
The shine on the belt.
Blinding.
Blinded by great. He's blinded by greatness.
That's right. With a touch of gold.
Sam, you got anything else before we wrap things up?
Man, yeah, I guess next week we have our buddy Yevgeny on.
Oh,
so
my God.
That's the biggest thing that
Talk about a talented dude. Yevgeny Sokolov. This guy's insanely talented. Fine arts instructor turned comic artist.
Ooh, let's go. I want to check that out.
Phenomenal.
Let's go. Okay.
Phenomenal work. Yep. We got him on next week, and we got a solo interview that you'll be posting up on your channel here soon.
Yeah, we got two because I've been working on the background. We had Daryl from Reader Comics on, and we did the ranking of the Hulk designs. I've been cutting that up in the background.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that should be going up here soon. And then, yeah, I interviewed Johnny Ryan last night, which was awesome. I had him for a little over an hour, so I'm going to chop that up probably over the weekend and get that posted up next week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very
And then, of
Perfect,
course, the
perfect.
Jack Kirby bootleg is up for pre-order on my website. So go over there and give me your fucking money.
You can go here. You can just look at you just look at your title there, your name on your. Make sure you guys tune in every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Make sure you guys go follow Devon over on Instagram. Best way to keep track of everything he's got going on. Oh, and Sam's on Instagram now.
Oh,
Follow Sam on Instagram. He finally bit the bullet a few weeks ago. I'm
2
starting to
weeks in, and I'm
see.
already at almost 75 posts. I have a sickness.
Yeah, but you're actually getting. Yeah, I see you got more and more people on there seeing your stuff. So that's
Love
kind of
what you put out, Sam.
that's kind of how it works, man.
Keep
Yeah.
going, bro.
Awesome, Devon. Well, thanks so much. Thanks to everybody who watched. And Michael Gardner says, "Have a great night, y'all." Thank you,
Right back
Michael.
at you.
Have a good one. All right, gentlemen. Take care.
Make more comics.